Hello and welcome back to day 18 of my path to profitability. Today we're up 34 bucks. Uh, and it was a roller coaster of a day. We started off the day down 180 right off the bat, first trade of the day. Um, on MDJH, what we were looking for here was a nice 1 minute candle to make a new high on the second minute candle of the market open. We had a high here of 240. We're looking at that break of 240 and to push into 250, 260, and then through pre-market highs. MDGH was our third leading gapper today, so I had some volume on it early. But what we ended up getting was it on the second candle. It opened at 239. It dropped down to VWAP for a second, down to like 32, 30 area. And then we got a burst of green orders, and I punched the buy button for 750 shares at 237. Um, I get filled. I'm looking at this for a breakthrough 40 and then looking for 50. So I look for the move. We hit 40. Get a lot of orders going through, and then it flushes instantly. Down, let's see, 20, 30 cents instantly on a $2 stock. That means it was down almost 15% in a matter of seconds. 15%. Um, and that's why even though I only had like 1800 bucks in the trade, I still ended up being down around 10% on that trade, even though the price of even though I wasn't expecting a 15% drop. I mean, that was quite unexpected for at the open. So that threw me off guard. I was more so stunned once I cut the loss. It ends up going all the way back up to my entry, which is how it always works if you cut a loss. You know that if you've done any trading, you cut the loss, it seems to go right back in your favor. If you hold it, it goes all the way against you. Um, so from here, I'm deciding on whether or not I want to continue trading. MDGH doesn't look good anymore. I was watching it through here. I saw it go back up to my entry. I'm like, if I take it now, I might just be fueled with emotion, so I'm gonna wait, see what it does. It breaks by a penny and starts to flush all the way back down again. I'm like, this is just a garbage of a stock. So I literally take MDGH, I spacebar it out, and then I go on to there. So this no longer is printing data for me. I don't want to see that action at all. From there, we have Arns was our second or fourth leading gapper. I'm not sure, but it was gapping up, and I was looking for a move through. Let's see. Arns, I took two trades on, or three trades on. I took three trades on it. One was a big winner through VWAP, just looking for a ABCD pattern. So we have our A, B, C, or no, A, B, C, D, and then the break of D. The break of B is what signifies that push. So I was looking for an ABCD pattern for the break of the opening bell. We ended up getting that as we pushed through VWAP. I sell my 550 shares at 220. For that netted us around 40-ish bucks. And then from there, I take a dip trade here, get out for a 1 cent loss, and then dip trade here, get out for a 1 cent loss. So those are just two 1 cent losses, about 2 cent losses after commissions. From there, I end up I see that SRRA is starting to get some volume to it from yesterday and the day before. We actually had in the pre-market, it was in the 30s. Right, you can see that right there. It all went all the way to 31 almost. And then SRRA, I don't think I had a single red trade on today. I was completely clean on it. I had 265 gross profit, 240 net profit, and if I had just not traded MDH or JH, I would have made back all of yesterday's loss, which just it's just a learning lesson at this point. I'm just learning um, what I should and shouldn't be trading through the open, and if I should just sit on my hands till I find an actual thing that I can not dial in on and focus up, because I don't think I had a single losing trade on SRRA, and I traded it very well. And if it was just the only stock I've traded today, it would have been a great day, but it ended up being very choppy just because of that initial loss. And then I ended up trading INDO, but we'll go over that later. So SRRA, I take a dip trade here off of let's see, 2850. We started to see some rolling volume on the tape. From there, I see it's popping through 2880, which is the previous candle's high. I see it running into VWAP. I take off most of my position there at VWAP. And then from there, I also see that we are breaking into high of day for trading hours. Not including pre-market, but just for the regular trading day, high of day. So I take off some more there at 29, and then some more at 29.12. And then I get my remaining position out at 29. From there, I go ahead and take a dip trade after we break back down through VWAP. Take a dip trade at 28.50, sell at 28.60 for a nice solid 10-cent gain on 200 shares, about 20 bucks. From there, we see it starts to sell off some more. I am not buying here because this is still in this territory right here where if it breaks, it could snap down on me. So I'm not buying this dip because if I buy this dip and it snaps, I don't want to be inside it yet. So I wait. It snaps here. It doesn't give us a bounce there, so I'm waiting. And then here we get that third snap right down through low of day. It gives us a snap right there. I buy the bounce, sell for, let's see, about 20, almost 20 cents profit on 125 shares. So I'm reducing share size here. I was using 250 before, but now I'm using 125. And then I took a 20-cent win on that, so that's about 20 bucks as well. From there, we do another dip trade right there, another 12 cents. And then here I took a pop as we break this little trend line right here. So we're breaking this trend line, and I took a little pop right there, and then sold that for a nice 14-cent win. So that was all my SRRA trades, and I don't think I lost a single one. And if I could go back and change the day, I just wouldn't have traded MDJH, because overall I traded really nicely today. I just wish I hadn't made that mistake early on. INDO ended up being a super gapper today, going all the way from $2 something to 9 something. You can see this right here. There was no volume, pre-market, or anything. It just kind of went. It kind of just went, and I saw it appear on my high a day scanner. I was like, what is this doing up 50%, 60%? Now it's at 80%, halting up, and then resuming higher. I'm like, this is where the momentum's at. What am I missing? And then all of a sudden, I'm getting in for breaks of high. I pushed the buy button at 8. I got filled at 8.15, so I got filled 15 cents above my order. Then I sell for a 25-cent loss, take a $25 loss. And then from there, I'm like, okay, so this thing is at $8 a share, but it's also whipping around. It has a range from a low of 725 to a high of 851. So it's got a $1.25 range for an $8 stock. It's moving around. Let's see. My mental math is not that quick, but let's see, 125 divided by 8. It's about 15, 16% in a single candle, and it's not halting. And I was looking at the halt levels. I was like, where are these halt levels? Because this thing should be halting. It's usually halts happen every single time a stock moves 10% in the last 5 minutes. This thing is moving 15, 20% in a single candle, and it's not halting. And then I look at the halt levels, and they're way outside. Like if it was over here at 840, the halt level is at 960. It wants to move from 640 to 960. That's almost a 50% move before it wants to get halted again. Which does I don't know why that didn't make any sense to me. And it was moving with it was moving in a way that I didn't account for. I only accounted for the price of the stock. I didn't account for the volatility. That's my mistake. That's why I am so much red on it that I am. It's because I didn't account for the actual volatility of it. I didn't expect it to go 15 to 50% in a single candle um, before it gets halted. So that was my mistake. That's why I'm down 71 instead of like 30 or 40. And I wasn't able to handle that volatility. It was up to almost 200% at one point. Oh no, it was up 200% at one point, and I just wasn't able to handle it. So I will be reviewing the price action on my trade recording today on INDO, just so I can get a better feel for that if it ever comes up in the future, which it probably will, given that patterns do repeat themselves. But I do want to be prepared for this the next time it rolls around because this is an insane move that I would love to be a part of if I understood how to trade it. So overall, today was more so a learning experience. It's not really about the gains today. It's not really about the losses. I mean, it is more so about the losses because MDJH could have been avoidable if I just didn't realize that the gap scanner was pretty much garbage today. I could have just waited, been like, okay, maybe something I traded yesterday works out, which has ended up what happened. But overall, I'm not too disappointed with myself just because I was able to recoup the losses, recover the loss from MDJH with SRRA. And overall, I'm just looking to get better slowly. I'm not looking for these big, big, big wins. So I will be taking these lessons and moving forward with them, and that's what I really want to do. So that's all for today, and I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Sorry for the late recap. I'll see you all tomorrow for day 19.